And a very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Thursday, the 17th of August, 2017. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from the Mirable Studios in Royal Berkshire, as usual, and on a slightly different method today. You may have noticed the little play thing is different. That's because this morning we're coming to you via YouTube. I can't get the Facebook Live thing to work this morning, so I'm having to come at you via YouTube. Now, I'm not quite sure how the messaging is going to work for that. If you just put a message as you normally would, and I'll see if it comes up on the Facebook page or on the YouTube page, because I've kind of got two pages. This is very... I haven't even got the lights on. Just a minute. Oh, dear me. I'll turn some lights on. Looks like the black hole of Calcutta in here this morning, doesn't it? Hey, so I'm not quite sure how you're going to talk to me. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. I'm not sure if I can see you. So if someone puts a message either on the YouTube thing or on the Facebook thing, and I'll see where it comes to. Oh, dear. Not only that, of course, because I couldn't get I kept trying the Facebook thing this morning. And what I do is I click a button and it gives me a number. It's called a stream key. All right, so it gives me a number. Then I have to paste that into the broadcast software, click go on air, and off it goes. But that's not working this morning. It's throwing up an error page. And I knew I could also do it via YouTube as well. So here we are on YouTube this morning, all right? And we'll see how that goes. But as for getting messages to me, I'm not sure if... See, I don't know if anyone's... Perhaps Diane, could you kind of send us a message? I'm sure Diane's there this morning. And young Stuart Craig Brown. I'm not sure. Ah, Ross. Ross has sent a message. Good morning, Ross. On your wall in Western Australia. Hello, Ross. Good morning to you, sir. Yes, I can see your message on the YouTube link. It's the first time... Well, I mean, I used to use YouTube many, many years ago, actually. To do the live Facebook before we moved across to Facebook Live. It's one of those things. But as I say, that one's not working this morning. So we'll try and do it on the YouTube Live and see how that goes. All right, boys and girls. Hell of a lot of rain here last night, I have to say. And my whole house this morning is filled with a beautiful smell. No, it's not me. You don't want to smell me most of the times. I cannot lie to you. I'm not the best smelling person in the world. This is true, okay? But last night I decided to do one of my Quorn slow cooker things. And so I've got a great big slow cooker, and they're fantastic. If you haven't got one, you need to buy one of those. They're so easy to use. They really are. All you do is you put everything in this slow cooker, peas, carrots, onions, Quorn stuff in there. And usually I put in a load of Bisto onion gravy stuff. But I didn't have any of that left, so I've got these little Knorr mushroom stock pots. So I put 4 of those in there last night. Went to work, came back this morning. Sorry, went to work last night. That was exciting. As you may have seen, one of our two emergency videos last night. The whole world's going mad, I'm telling you. You saw the video last night, of course. I'm sure you did see that. But also, one of the customers decided to start having a go at one of the bar ladies. So the manager came over, and then he threatened to hit the manager. It's all going off here. Is there a full moon outside? Woo! Is there a full moon happening today? I think there possibly is. God's sake, man. Anyway, so that happened. And then when I came back here, I opened the door and I put this slow cooker on about sort of midday time. Opened the door and the smell hit me. Oh, I thought, oh my God, that smells so nice. So I had actually 2 loads of it just before I went to bed. There's hardly any calories in something like that, okay? So that was delicious. But the whole of my house was smelling of this food, which was quite nice until I got into bed and I thought, I can still smell that. I don't want to smell it anymore. You know, so I had to shut the bedroom door and had the window open last night. I had terrible trouble sleeping last night. Isn't it funny sometimes that happens? Sometimes you can go for the whole night, only get up once to go wee. And other times you can spend the entire, I don't know, the entire night trying to get to sleep. And last night was one of those entire nights. Strange, isn't it, really, how that happens? 1 minute you're awake and then you're not. So that was last night. As I say, we've had an awful lot of rain this morning. I'm out today, and I've literally got to finish a show in about 15, 20 minutes today, because my mate's coming round about 11 o'clock. We're going to go up the swimming pool, have our swim, and then we're going to London today. We're having a day out. We've got afternoon tea booked at 2:30. I've got the camera with us, so I'll do a load of videos, possibly for tomorrow's show or something. Okay. So there's the afternoon tea, and then we might probably have a little bit of time to kill then. So we'll either walk around the shops, because there's a lot of shops around near the Royal Albert Hall. You've got to walk down to the bottom of the road and then turn left, and you'll come to Knightsbridge, where my old school church is at. I'll try terrible trying to get him into a church. He's frightened that he's going to be struck down by a bolt of lightning or something like that, I think. So I'll try and get him down to the church that I used to go to with in school, and then we could walk down further, or not so far, and perhaps pop into Victoria and Albert Museum or Natural History or the Science Museum. They're all around that area, so that's a nice night out. Because tonight we're going to a classical concert at the Royal Albert Hall. It's an organ symphony, because they've got a massive organ there. It's wonderful. It really is. So I'm really looking forward to that. The concert starts at 6:30. It's over by 8:45. So that's a nice sort of reasonably easy day, really, isn't it? So there we are. Sharon's my sister's birthday yesterday. Speaking to my sister, as you know, she was 52 yesterday. She had a wonderful birthday. I haven't bought her anything yet. I'm pleased to say I'm holding on to the money for as long as possible. We can't be spending money unnecessarily. And what I'm going to do, I'm going up there in September. So then I will take her out, and I rang her last night. I said, "Where do you want to go?" There's a shop outlet, an outlet's up there. Do you know what I mean? That's where the shop, they send all the stuff that they can't sell, and they sell it like much cheaper. So that's where she wants to go. There's a Marks and Spencer's there. I don't know if any of the designer shops are up in this particular place. I think I looked before and I couldn't find one at all. So we'll see how that goes. And as I say, going up there in September, and looking forward to that one. So she had a nice day yesterday. All her grandchildren came round to see her, as well as her children, of course. And my nephew, for the first time, bought his mother a present. Now, he's 20 years old, my nephew. He's a bit tight with the money. He don't like to spend out unless it's on himself. That is true. That is true. But he bought my sister, his mum, a birthday present, an egg cooker. Apparently, an egg cooker, and it cooks your eggs in as many ways as you can possibly imagine. So that's nice, isn't it? I always think there's nothing better than getting a gift off your own child. I think that must be blooming marvellous. I really do. Whether it's like a homemade Christmas card, you know when you was at school years ago. Do you remember that far? Can you remember that far back? You're at school years ago, and you get around Christmas time, and they get you into class, and you got these bits of card cut out and sprinkly sparkle glue, what goes all over the carpet, don't they? Oh, don't you hate getting Christmas cards with sparkly on them? And you open it, and there it is in the carpet, and it's still there in July when you've tried to hoover the blooming stuff up. Unless, of course, you've got a Dyson. Oh, wonderful. I haven't got a Dyson. I refuse to pay nearly £400 on a blooming hoover. I do. I've got a hoover now. Cost me, I think, £65 or something like that. And it does the job very well. Let me tell you, it does the job even better when you clean the filters out. I had this hoover about 2 years before I cleaned the filters out. It won't hoover anymore. I couldn't understand why it wasn't working too well. Very, very strange. So that's the thing. Right. So we found a way of doing it. Okay. If you want to send us a message, either post it under the YouTube thing, okay, on your Facebook or on the YouTube site, or you can send me a private message as Shania has done. Does it look exactly the same on YouTube? I'm sure it probably does, actually, Shania. Might even look a little bit better on there because they are kind of video people, aren't they? Yeah, I think that's probably right. So, yes, you make your own birthday cards and Christmas cards in school, and that was always great fun, weren't it? I remember when I was in the Scouts, and I hate to say it, all these people will be dead now, but we went to an old people's home. So I would have been about 15 at the time, 15, 25, 35, 45. So that's nearly 40 years ago. And we went to this old people's home where people were like, 60 plus, I presume. I'd be very surprised if any of them are still there now, to be honest. And we went over there one Christmas and we put up the decorations. And it was those decorations, where you get the little strips of paper and you make a little hole. Make a hole, not a hole, what do you call that? A circle? A circle? A circle of paper. A chain. And you make chain and you make the other one. And then you put that one through that one. And you put that one there. And then you put another one there. Like that. And we made these paper chains and we hung them all over. When you think about it, these paper chains, they look bloody awful, don't they? They do. They look... They look terrible. But that worked, and the old people liked it and they appreciated it all, and it was all very nice. And it's like having tinsel up as well, isn't it? Tinsel. I mean, if you put tinsel up in a certain way, that can look pretty nothing really. It just looks horrible and tacky. I don't know what you do for your Christmas decorations. So that was nice, and she had a wonderful birthday with all the children and that round there. I bet she still had to do the cooking, though. Probably did, didn't she? Eh? Right, just a couple of stories for you today, boys and girls. And then we'll do the birthdays, and then I'll have to disappear, as I say. I've got a busy day today, all right? Interesting. On all the news programmes this morning, they're talking about A-levels. And in the Daily Mail this morning, it says more than 1 in 4 A-level entries scored at least an A grade this year, as the proportion of exams awarded the highest result for the first time in 6 years. National figures show that 26.3% of A-level entries scored an A-star or an A this summer. I would have thought that was been an A+, not an A-star. Isn't it? I mean, I didn't do any A-levels. Oh, I never went to university. I couldn't think of anything worse. Be bored to tears sitting there, listening to some old codger reaming off lines to copy out and things like that. But on the news this morning, they were saying that not so many had them. I'm sure I saw somewhere that they didn't have as many A-levels. On the BBC website this morning as well, it says top A-level grades have increased for the first time in 6 years as teenagers in England, Wales and Northern Ireland get their results. It is A-star. It's A-star on the BBC one as well. Okay. A-star and A grades were awarded 26.3% of entries, up by half a percentage point compared with last year. In subjects changed to depend solely on the final exams, there was a slight decrease, but the gender gap is narrowing. The boys are catching up with the girls. Oh, yes. Now, the question is, girls and boys, are the boys getting cleverer? Or, girls, are you not paying full attention anymore? Are you starting to get a bit thick? Is that what's going on, ladies? Come on. Pay attention in the classes. The trouble is the girls are sitting there looking at the boys. Oh, isn't he nice? That's what's going on, I reckon. Is that right, ladies? You naughty girls. Play, dear. Play and learn. So that's the thing. And on the Sky News this morning, they were talking about whether you should go to university, or indeed you should go and get an apprentice or something like that. I've said so many times before, I do not believe university is for everyone. Not everyone can sit there and learn something out of a book. I would be bored tears. I was no good at school. All I got is 2 low-grade O-levels, both C grades in physics and English. And then I went out and got a job and got some money. This everyone pushing towards university is not. There's people with hundreds of degrees and things like that who are working in bloody Starbucks. Oh, what's the point then? What is the point? And they owe 50 grand. There was a little table of students at the King's Head Theatre Bar quiz last night. I do a quiz there every Wednesday. King's Head Theatre Bar in Islington, 8:30 to 10:30, and there were 4 of them on the table, total owing over £200,000 for their education. Similarly, on the table next to them, there were 5 old boys, 60 plus, who owed, when they left school, nothing. Because we never went. We never went to university. So I do think, in a lot of cases, it's a waste of time. And some of the courses they were talking about on the television this morning, football something or other, or really ridiculous courses. I mean, let's have a look. Stupid university courses. Let's have a look. Stupid UK university courses. I mean, how do these things help you in life? I don't know. Top 10 useless degrees in the student room. Here we go. Number 10, David Beckham Studies. I kid you not. That's at Staffordshire University. It might sound like a joke, but the squeaky voiced soccer star actually has a degree course dedicated to him. The course, which is technically classed as football culture, has been defined by its founder, who argues that the degree courses must keep with the times. Oh, God. Number 9 in the list. This is on the Student Room Forum, okay? Parapsychology. The degree is perfect for starting a career with Ghostbusters. Oh, wait. Ghostbusters are fictional. That's 4 years wasted. I kid you not. This is a degree. A degree. Nevertheless, this course dedicated to the study of the paranormal is popping up in universities and colleges worldwide. Coventry, Edinburgh, Northampton, Liverpool in the UK, plus Belfont and Flame in the US, all offer the course, which makes you wonder if people are watching too many Most Haunted episodes. Number 8 in the student room charts of wasted college things is Doctor of Physiology in Ufology at Melbourne University in Australia. In August this year, Aussie Martin Plowman became the first student to become a real Doctor Who. After passing his studies of identifying flying objects. After this major in culture and communications, he decided he wanted to do something a bit different, so he chose Little Green Men. However, despite his new status, he remains open-minded about things. When I meet someone who says they've seen something strange, that's fair enough, because maybe they have. I don't know what it is, though. Christ, let's go to the top 3, shall we? Number 3. This university course you can take if you go to university in Washington. It's a degree in Star Trek. The Georgetown Faculty of Philosophy argues that Star Trek is very philosophical. What better way to learn philosophy than to watch, a lot of words here, than to watch Star Trek, read philosophy and hash it all out in class. The Trekkies have also landed at Indiana University, who curiously combine their Star Trek studies with religion. If only there were more vacancies for professional dorks. Number 2. How about this one? Number 2, at the University of Birmingham. Florida Gulf Coast University as well. Golf management. Another useless sports degree spreading through universities across the world, but this one lands the number 2 position because it's not even fun. There's nothing much duller than playing golf apart from studying golf. So why these 2 universities have offered courses covering the psychology of golf equipment, financial performance and coach education is a mystery. And number one in the list of useless degrees is art history. Yes, boys and girls, you can do this at various colleges. What career would ever get with a degree in art history? Maybe an art gallery curator, but how many of those does the world actually need? Most art history courses consist of a selection of well-to-do teenagers and arty hippie types, deliberating over the same Dali and Magritte paintings for 4, even 5 years straight. It's time to move on. So there we are. Some of the useless degrees available at the moment in colleges around the world, boys and girls. you know you want to take up some of those degrees, don't you? All right? Let's do today's birthdays, and then we'll disappear this morning, boys and girls. As I say, I've got a lot to do today. Happy birthday today to... Actually, we're going to do Sunday's birthdays as well today. I forgot Sunday's birthdays. Oh, yeah, people get very upset if you forget their birthdays. They get ever so upset. So here we go. Happy birthday today, 55 years old, Trifari Gidley. Happy birthday, Trifari Gidley, this morning. Hazel Parker is 30 years old today. Happy birthday, Hazel. Ah, my friend Donal Augustine McClafferty. Happy birthday, sir. Used to come along to our karaoke nights and bingo nights at the Golden Line when it was there. It's not there anymore. The Golden Line in King's Cross. Happy birthday, Donal, my old friend. I hope you're doing well and you're happy in your life. Okay, it's been a few years since I saw you. Bradley Morris, happy birthday this morning to Bradley Morris. And Louie Merton this morning is 36 years old today. So happy birthday to you, Louie. On Sunday's birthdays, if I'm going to... Will I find this now? Ooh, how am I going to find this? Hang on a minute. Past. Oh, there we are. Past. Is there like a calendar type thing? I don't know. Events from... Oh. I don't know if I can go back to Sundays, actually. Upcoming. There's upcoming. Where's the past ones then? Ah, later in August. Not later in August. September. Do you know, I don't think I can go back to Sun... Oh, past. How's past work? Hang on. So what is it? 17, 16, 15, 13. Oh, it's going back a bit far, isn't it? 13. Oh, no, I don't think I can go back. I don't see how I can go back. Upcoming events, birthdays. No. Recent birthdays. No. August, Tuesday, Monday. Ah, it only goes back 3 days. How annoying. I'm sorry if it was your birthday Sunday. I can't do that. Can't do that because that date has been and gone, I'm afraid. Been and gone. Anyway, I'll have to leave you there, boys and girls. I'll just sing happy birthday to these wonderful people this morning. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Trifari, Hazel, Donal, Bradley and Louie. Happy birthday to you. Have a nice day. Think of me enjoying myself out tonight. Well, we got to the end of that, didn't we? That kind of worked to a point. You see, there's always a way around something that isn't working if you put your mind to it. Have a lovely Thursday, boys and girls, and thanks very much for joining me on the show today. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.